Number one for New Country, 99.5 WKDQ. It's the Q Crew Morning Show with Ryan and Leslie. And joining us now on the phone, a very special guest who has sold more than 7 million albums, 6 number one hits, 2 Grammy Awards, 7 ACM nominations, 11 CMA nominations, over 1 million monthly Spotify listeners. She's also going to play the Red, White, and Brown Music Festival up in Jasper on Saturday. It's the one, the only Pam Tillis. Good morning, Pam.
How's everybody?
We are doing well. Sorry, does that embarrass you to have all those things rattled off like that? I never know.
No, it sounds like I haven't completely squandered my youth.
Yeah, you've spent your time wisely. There's no doubt about
it.
And
I'm kind of fangirling right now because I have to tell you that when I didn't even like country music in my 20s, I was a big hair band and, Prince, and I loved you. I got to see you in concert when you went on tour with Vince Gill in Terre Haute, Indiana. Years and years ago, and I was just I loved your voice so much, and Cleopatra, Queen of Denial was a female power anthem for me.
Thank you. Well, I went through all those musical stages too, Leslie. So, I had the shoulder pads and the perm and the big head. I did all of that. I sang for a while. I sang, R&B and rock and kind of new wavy. I was into Blondie and Gwen Stefani when she was with Missing Persons, all that stuff. I liked it. So, but I came back to country, and I've heard some people say that they didn't know they liked country music, but they like me. And I wonder sometimes if some of my sensibility, though, from my early rock and roll days didn't carry over just a little bit into my country.
I think so. I mean, totally relatable, and your voice is something that anybody would like. I mean, when you're good, you're just good.
Thank you.
You're coming up to see us to Jasper on Saturday, Jasper, Indiana, for the Red, White, and Brown Music Festival, and some of your buddies will be there, Aaron Tippin and Sammy Kershaw. The list goes on and on and on. How much touring are you doing these days? Are you doing a lot of shows still?
Yeah, a fair amount. I'm not out as much as some of the kids are. Don't want to be out there. I mean, if I could, I find it, I do better, and I can do a better quality show if I don't stay out all the time.
Yeah. Well, I know you're keeping...
nobody wants to see you when you're all raggedy.
Right.
That's why we do radio.
That's why we sit in a studio where no one can see us. That's right. Well, I know you're keeping yourself busy, though, even outside the music world, because you are... Tell us about this. You've done a lot of acting in your career as well, but you're in a new show now, right?
Yeah, that's a little side project. There's a show on Crackle it's kind of a quirky comedy, and it's called Fairwood Brothers. It's just kind of a funny little thing. I play one half of a mother-daughter duo. I'm the mother. And it's just funny. So people can check that out. And then I've also been doing a little bit of mentoring, working with some young artists, kind of helping them along. Since the lockdown started and now back in early spring of 2020, I've directed 6 videos now. I'm pretty excited about that. It's just being on the different side of the camera, and so far I haven't directed a guy. So I would like to do that. If any guys out there need videos, it's been all women, but I love the young women that I've gotten to work with. One of them has got a single at radio right now. Her name is Paige King Johnson, and I've done 3 videos for her. And I did a video for a young lady who got way, way, way up there on American Idol, Lauren Machete. And she's a sweetheart, and the Render sisters. So anyway, that's just been I like to stay busy, so that's been a fun little side hustle, I guess you could call it.
So what drew you to go from in front of the camera to behind it? Was it just a matter of having some experience in front of the camera and seeing what the directors were doing and just kind of like, I would like to try that? Or is it, I want to be in charge of something? What was the...
It kind of didn't happen that way. It was a little bit organic. So it started out mentoring sessions where I would talk to young artists about their career and about they're, the game board. I call it the game board. It's like the logistics of it all. How do you go from A to B to Z, and how do you gain traction and all that stuff? It started out with that, and then some of the managers said, "You have kind of a cool style. Can you help so and so with their look?" And I started kind of doing that, and I ended up directing, styling some photo shoots. And then the photo shoot thing just kind of, somebody called me and they said, "Well, can you help this? Would you be up for co-directing and writing a treatment with this co-director?" The first one that came about, and the co-director, he had to drop out of the project. So suddenly it was either move forward and figure out how to do it myself, or I would back out too. And I'd never written a treatment. I'd kind of helped collaborate on my own videos, of course, but this was the first time I ever sat down and wrote a treatment and pulled it all together, put the crew together and everything. And I kind of found out it scratched a little itch I didn't even know I had.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think of myself as the most organized person, but all of a sudden I was way in over my head in a project that called for extreme organization and creativity. So I loved it.
We just have one of our fellow
coworkers,
radio personalities who does our PM drive, who came in here just to hear your voice because he apparently had quite the crush on you and still does on your voice when he was a little kid. He says maybe it was Memphis always got to him. So here he is. He wants to say hi. He's got a crush on you.
This is Travis.
Oh, hi, Pam.
Hey, good morning. Hey, good morning, Travis.
How are you?
Oh, gosh. I'm doing good.
And you haven't aged a bit. You still look phenomenal.
Gosh. I'm thinking of that Beatles song. Will you still love me when I'm 84?
When I'm 64, yeah.
Yes.
Well, I came in here, didn't I?
He does. He still loves you.
The answer is yes. The answer is yes.
Or remember that old Hank Williams song, "Why Don't You Love Me Like You Used to Do?" My hair's still curly and my eyes are still blue. That's me. Me. Yeah, thank you, Travis. That's kind. I love it that I've got fans that have been with me for so many years. It's just incredible. And I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but there's so many younger kids, like millennials, that love to go back and listen to 90s country and all that. And
yes.
It's given.
Yeah, they're calling it retro, and it makes me feel very old.
I'm retro. Oh, my God. I might retire before I get into, let's see, what happens after retro?
Classic.
Do I want to know?
Yeah. Classic, yeah. That's it.
Antique.
Yeah,
Exactly.
There you go. That's it, too. Well, let's before we let you go, and we appreciate the time today, let's talk quickly about the show coming up in Jasper, the Red, White, and Brown Music Festival. What can we expect when you take that stage? With a little mix of old, a little mix of new, just kind of hitting the whole library? What are we doing?
Mixing it up, doing some material from the new record, my new record called "Looking for a Feeling," and just a mix up and some fun covers. And I haven't checked the deal memo, we call it, to see the show length, but we'll pack as much in as we possibly can. Yeah, we try to. We always want to make sure everybody goes home hearing their favorites.
Absolutely.
For sure.
That is Pam Tillis. She will be at the Red, White, and Brown Music Festival in Jasper on Saturday. Pam, thank you so much for the time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Travis. Thank you, Leslie. You guys have a great day.
All right, you too. Take care, Pam.